Hey guys, what's up? It's Danielle. So for today's video, as you can tell, we are keeping things low key. I'm going to talk about my 2020 personal and channel goals and any type of progress that I've made in the last 3 months. I'm also going to talk about what I've been up to because I have been MIA for almost a month now on my channel, which is unintentional. Honestly, it's always unintentional when I'm away from my channel, unless I explicitly say so. So I do apologize for that, but the last 2 months have been an absolute whirlwind. And now that we're in the situation that we're in with, the global pandemic, it's gotten to a point where I'm, I'll get to that. So I'm going to start with my channel goals. But before I do that, I want to say that I hope you guys are all doing well and staying healthy, staying sane, at least somewhat, and keeping yourselves occupied in a constructive way and not just mindlessly watching TV, which I have to admit, that's probably what I would do. But, just checking up on your family members and friends and all that kind of stuff and practicing social distancing. So let me now get into my channel goals. So the first one that I had was to get a new camera, and I did do that. I shared that in my last planner video, but I'm not really able to use it just because I don't have editing software right now, and I don't want to put it on my laptop because my laptop at this point is like 8 years old. Wow. Yeah, it's 8 years old. And it's just now hitting me that I've been out of college for almost 4 years. Holy crap. Anyways, I don't want to put it on my old laptop for obvious reasons. I would rather get a new computer, which my boyfriend pointed out to me that it would probably be in my best interest to go ahead and get a desktop instead of a laptop. So I am looking into that. And that is something that is definitely on my radar just because I'm not really the type to go to Starbucks and, spend $5 on a cup of crappy coffee and just sit there and edit. I've never been comfortable doing that, and I don't think I ever will be. I'd rather just do that at home. So I'm definitely thinking that a desktop is the way to go, at least for me. That might change in the future, but for right now, that's what I'm thinking. And it's something that after all this madness is over, I will definitely be pursuing. So moving on to personal goals. Losing weight. So because of this whole thing, I will be 3,000% honest. My stress levels are through the roof. There's also a handful of other things that are causing my, stress levels to rise. And you guys know, and I have made no secret of it, that I do have an eating disorder, and it does flare up a lot when I'm stressed out. So, excuse me, I feel like it's been bad, but it really has been okay if I'm being honest with myself. What, Mochi? What? You want? Come here, Bubba. Mochi has entered the chat, just FYI. He's happy mommy's home, right, Bubba? So that's how that's going. As far as my diet is concerned, I'm going to mention this a little bit more at the end of the video, but I feel like it's improved in an odd way. And like I said, I'll talk more about that at the end. As far as moving is concerned, that is still on my radar. And part of moving is I'm trying to declutter as much as possible. It's difficult because I've gone through at least 3 times in my life as an adult where I've completely had to get rid of everything. And, you know, for somebody who has never had like a stable home, like they've never stayed in one area for longer than a few years, my stuff was really like all that I had. And I still kind of feel like this the same way. So I do try to, I don't say try, but I do tend to hold on to things a little bit more than I should. And I'm trying to get out of that habit. Sticking to my budget. Well, I'll be honest, because of coronavirus, I am now sticking to my budget a lot better than I was before. And yeah, that's honestly, it's very true. I will kind of come back to that at the end as well. Still have plans to travel more, but obviously everything is on hold. Excuse you. Hey, booger. You stop that, you little boy. Come here. You're going to sit here with mommy, and you're going to say hi to everybody. Say hi, Bubba. Yeah. You're going to sit here with mommy, okay? So the other thing is getting back in the gym, and that didn't happen. Like I said, I've been so busy the last 2 months that I feel like I can't even get my head on straight. And the other thing is I've never been this busy like in my life. At least that's how it feels. Or for the last couple years, I haven't been this busy. And I think that's partially why I'm struggling with it is, you know, it's just an adjustment period. But it's literally been years since I've had so much going on, you know, at home and not just having like work or school be the center of my attention. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, I did mention that I have a boyfriend. He and I have been dating for almost 2 months now, which to me is insane. Absolutely 3,000% insane for me to say, because I was not expecting it to happen this quickly. I was also not expecting to find somebody that I had like 98% of things in common with. So yeehaw for me on that. And as far as reevaluating relationships with other people, I am still doing that. There are 2 people that I was friends with that I have ditched in the last few months. And it's for 2 different reasons. The first one was actually because it's kind of like, you know, like the high school type of thing to do, where she decided to pay more attention to her boyfriend than she did with her friends. And she began losing all of her other friends first and thought that everybody was overreacting. And then I suddenly realized that the only reason why she talked to me was so that she could complain about everybody else. So I didn't like that. I'm not a fan of people who don't check up every once in a while and who don't at least ask you how you're doing and what's going on in your life. I'm not a fan of that. I get it if you're busy, but I mean, how busy can you really be? So I ditched her for that, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm 26. I don't have time for that. The other one was purely because she showed her true colors. And in the beginning, it was, I want to say small things, but looking back, they were not small things. Now, as you all know, or if you don't and you're new here, what's up? I am not afraid to share my struggles with depression and anxiety with you guys. And, you know, that also, my eating disorder is part of that. I personally believe, as somebody who has mental health issues, that because you have those problems, it doesn't mean that everybody else has to walk on eggshells around you, you know, in case they like set you off. Because the reality of it is every environment that you go into can be like that. And that's what this individual basically expected, was that everybody would kowtow to her and her needs. And I'm like, sweetheart, that's not how this works. Like, not everybody does that for me, so why the hell should I do that for you? So, yeah, just one of those things. And once again, here's me not regretting anything. All right, moving on to what's been going on, especially in the last month. Obviously, I would assume we all know at this point that coronavirus is a thing. And if you were hoping to escape that by watching this video, I do apologize, but I'm trying to keep it real here. I am considered an essential worker. And because of that, I am still going to work. It's interesting though, because I work less hours now than I did before the pandemic. So I'm not sure how that works out, but it's a thing and I'm not questioning it. Let's see. I'm terrified just because I have a compromised immune system. Even though, you know, they tell me that my numbers are good and everything with my thyroid, it still scares me to death. And on top of that, I also have asthma. And, you know, just reading some of the crap in the news, you know, there was one nurse who worked at an ER, I believe Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. And he was perfectly healthy other than the fact that he had asthma. And, you know, he ended up getting COVID-19 and ended up dying because of it. So to me, it is a very real threat. It is something that I am 3,000% taking seriously, while at the same time trying not to be, you know, over the top and outrageous about it. Basically, here's what I'm doing. I am not wearing a mask. I am not wearing gloves. One, because I'm not paying for that stuff. I refuse. Two, I feel like it's a little bit much. Mainly because if you wash your hands properly, you will be just fine. And three, the other thing is I don't even wear that stuff at work, which I probably should, because people there are disgusting. I will be completely honest. They are disgusting. They are not the perfect model of hygiene, and they don't wash their hands very often. I will say that much. Also, and no, I do not work in a restaurant, so don't worry. And also, they rely a little too much on hand sanitizer, and that's okay, but they fail to remember that hand sanitizer works best when your hands are already clean. So, anyways, yeah. The other thing is I have like over 30 people who report to me on a daily basis. And I feel like if I were to wear that kind of stuff to work, it would freak them out even more. And I don't want to do that. I really don't. I would rather try to keep my cool, because the one thing that I've really learned about being in management for the last 2 years and change is that the people who report to you will look at you and they will see how you react to things. And if you're calm, they're calm. If you freak out, they'll freak out. So to me, it is very important to obviously be cognizant of the situation and understand the ins and outs of it, but also to approach it with logic. And I mean, that's all I can really say. So as far as food is concerned, I haven't really been able to find meat. I think I've mentioned before that I'm very big on chicken. It's primarily what I buy other than ground beef, but basically chicken is like a main staple in my diet. And I haven't been able to really find it. I haven't been looking that hard though. So I'm kind of taking this as an opportunity to embrace vegetarianism, I guess you could say. Not completely, because I'm still, still open to eating like ground beef or whatever if I make tacos. But, I've kind of just been focusing more on making things with like beans and finding other protein alternatives. I still have a lot of protein powder to burn through, so that's always a good thing. And eggs are not that scarce, not as scarce as I thought they would be. Neither is cheese or milk. So I'm okay. Honestly, I'm okay. The other thing is, let me think. I think that's it, really. I wasn't able to find toilet paper and I only had like 2 rolls left. This is just kind of funny to me. And my boyfriend lives an hour away, so I had gone to visit him, and on my way back home, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should buy my groceries here. And I'm so glad that I did, because I was able to find a 12-pack of toilet paper at that specific grocery store. They were giving customers a limit of 2, which in my opinion is extremely generous, because I personally believe that everybody should be doing a limit of 1, but, I haven't worked in retail in quite a while, so to each their own, I suppose. But I bought a 12-pack of toilet paper, which I am a single lady. I live by myself with my cat. That's going to last me a while, especially because I'm only home 3 days a week. The other 4, I'm at work. Now, this week, on Wednesday, my company gave me a 4-pack of toilet paper as like a thank you for coming to work type of thing. And I'm just like, this is like weird. What's wrong with money? I'm not complaining that much, but I just thought it was kind of odd. And then today, right before I came home, they gave me 2 more 4-packs of toilet paper. So I have a whole nother 12-pack. So I literally have 24 rolls of toilet paper. I am not going to have to buy any probably for the next, 8 months, 12 months. I have no clue. So yeah, that's a thing. But other than that, I've been, like I said, trying to declutter. I've been trying to social distance as much as possible. And that's about it. Trying to take care of myself, trying to improve my health, and obviously dealing with, sorry, you guys have to see his butt. That's not very nice, Mochi. They don't want to see your bunghole. I'm sorry, guys, but he did it, not me. So, yeah, a little booger, aren't you? So anyways, like I said before, I hope you guys are doing well and staying at home as much as possible. Please do not be like some of the people that I've seen who literally will go to different stores for shits and giggles because they're bored of being inside all day and they just want to see what people have. Please do not be that person. The other thing is, and I do want to address this, I know that there have been people who have been extremely racist towards Asians. Excuse me, because, you know, all this did originate in China. I'm not Chinese, I'm half Korean, and I've had people give me dirty looks just for what I look like. I'm not sick at all. You know, I don't have any symptoms. The worst thing that I probably do is sneeze in public, and that's because I have allergies. And I did sneeze one time when I was picking up groceries, and I swear to God, time stopped and everybody turned their head towards me. It was like I was in a zombie apocalypse movie, and everybody, you know, like I was pretending to be a zombie, and then everybody who was a zombie found out I wasn't one. So it's stupid as hell to be racist towards people who had absolutely nothing to do with this. And to be racist towards people and to try to blame them because you're scared is not the answer. So all I have to say about that is, if you want to be an uneducated, uncouth barbarian, you go right ahead. But I will not stand for that at all. And to all my fellow Asians, I hope you don't either. Now, the last thing I want to mention is, if you are an essential worker, thank you so much for everything that you do. To all of my fellow essential workers, thank you so much for everything you do. Nurses, doctors, railway operators, truck drivers, grocery store, you know, workers. I have a friend who works in one of the grocery stores that is in a larger, like, I think she's in Harrisburg, and I know she's doing okay, but I mean, I can only imagine what she's going through. And I mean, it's crazy. Everything is crazy right now. So, and also to all the other essential employees that I didn't mention, again, thank you guys so much. I know that I'm one of you, but it takes a village, and nothing would be happening right now without all of us. And thank you guys so much for risking your health and your well-being to, you know, keep things going. So anyways, kind of tearing up on that, but anyways, like I said, I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. Please check up on your friends and your, you know, family members if they don't live with you. And check up on the people who do live with you. You know, if you're still going to work, check up on your employees, check up on your coworkers, check up on your boss. Because I can assure you, everybody is stressed. And most of us are not okay. But, you know, you got to put on a brave face, which I hate saying that, but it is true. So please be safe. Take care, wash your hands, and practice social distancing. And the last thing I'm going to say is that this will get worse before it gets better, but it will get better. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I will talk to you on my next video. Bye, guys.